We're almost there. If this game would let me get there. God damn it. I might buy more holy balls when I get here. I'm just running from every battle. Like, I don't even give a fuck. Okay, do I need a holy bottle up? Or do I need a holy bottle up? Yeah. Just let me reach a before I tear my hair out. Oh, come on! That wasn't even fair! God damn it. It's like I hit A, I hit X to get, oh, damn it. I hit X to enter and it's like, and I'm just like, really? You're really gonna give me an encounter right here, right now? Like, fuck you. That's how I feel about Xenogears sometimes, because it has this weird thing where, like, if you're going to talk to someone, it shoves you in a battle. And I'm just like, why? I'm just talking to someone. But, welcome to a new city, I guess. I can't even pronounce this place. Adelabooth. Yeah, Adelabooth. Let's see what this town's all about. What you got? Hey, man. Are you Kubert? Yeah. I could tell because the music stopped playing and you're old and alone in a house. Mister, we wanted to ask you something. Are you Kubert? I certainly am. Though I must admit it has been some time since anyone has used that name. Are you really the Kubert? A century has passed since the Beast War. No matter how you figure, Kubert should be dead. Dead, you say? Certainly I no longer count myself among the ranks of the living. Look at my hideous, decrepit body. It refuses to die even as time takes its toll. Sir, please tell us, what happened to you? What will you do with that knowledge? Will you repeat my mistakes? No. I am a member of the clergy. His Holiness said we should meet you. If he told you where to find me, he must be dead. Very well. What do you want to know? The law of life. The Pope was trying to invoke the law of life to save the world. He was doing whatever it took to gather the patience he needed to do it. But the law of life failed and brought forth the spots. The Pope himself was consumed by one of them. What the heck is the law of life? Listen well, my foolish little Lemur. Foolish little Lemurnia. Did you really have to call me foolish? Like, really? You could have called me ignorant because, you know, he is ignorant, but foolish was kind of rude. Long ago, I learned of the law of life from the Traveler. Just who is the Traveler? A young human boy. Let me finish the story. What a dick! God, I don't like this guy. An unbelievable amounts of power is necessary to invoke the law of life. The patients were created to be that power source. Is the law of life a form of magic? I've never seen any magic that requires that kind of power. Don't speak up, Rubia. He might tell you to shut the fuck up so he can finish his story. No normal magic, certainly. You'll need to understand basic magical theory to understand its application here. Magic, in other words, the precepts are inherently spatial. The user gathers energy from the environment and directs it to manifest in a particular location and form. Precepts are incantations to direct that energy. Now then, what if the precepts directed the energy to manifest over an extraordinarily large area? Oh, I can't talk because all this talking. Oh, the molecule surrounding the user would come to a complete stop. Correct. It could potentially drain all the energy from the world. In time, the air would stagnate. The planet itself would cease to turn. It crystallized thousands of Lemurnian souls to prevent that from happening. Those crystallized souls formed what you now know as a patient. You sacrificed thousands of Lemornians? For what purpose? I had no choice. Those thousands of lost lives were necessary to protect this world. No, it didn't end with thousands. In the end, hundreds of thousands of Lemornians were sacrificed to create the patience. We needed that many to save the world. Hundreds of thousands. Unbelievable. What do you mean when you say you did it to protect the world? From the Beast War? The Beast War. Don't tell me you actually believe that old wives' tale. Endless greed is what brought Lemorn to ruin. We looked down on humans and on nature itself. Numerous insignificant conflicts fueled by hubris left the land barren. Labor as we might, our once fertile paradise would bear no fruit. That was when the Traveler appeared, and this is what he told me. Sorry. The law of life is the only way to restore the goodness in the hearts of men and the bounty of the land. But to invoke the law of life, countless patients were necessary. And that's why you sacrificed those Lemornians to create the patience. Indeed. You can call me a mass murderer if you like. But at the time, I could think of no other way to save the Lemornian people. I sacrificed so many to create those patients. And then I carried out the ritual for the law of life just as I was instructed. It was supposed to restore the hearts of the Lemornians and revive the land. It was supposed to, but... what happened? What happened when you invoked the law of life? The door opened. A small pitch-black door appeared. I don't know what it was. The Traveler said life would flow forth from it. But nothing flowed forth. Instead, it consumed the remaining Lemornians. It happened so quickly. In one night, everything was gone. The Lemornian people and the patients disappeared without a trace. The Traveler vanished into the night with the remaining patients. Are you saying that all of that destruction was your doing? The Lemorn's transformation into a desert wasn't because of the Beast War? Correct. All of it was caused by my invocation of the law of life. I can't read at all. God damn it. I see. But why? But why did the Traveler tell you about the law of life? What did he stand to gain? Why not ask him yourself? What? I said you should ask him yourself. What are you talking about? Surely it comes as no surprise. Patients have the ability to extend one's lifespan. Of course, they are slowly drained of their power in the process. I have lived over a century thanks to the power of the patients I managed to hide away. Now it all makes sense. Most of the remaining patients were taken by the Pope. The final fragment of this one is all I have left. It will be gone soon. So the Traveler is extending his life with the power of the patients too. He was in possession of a great many patients long before I ever learned of them. Most likely, the Pope also learned of the law of life from the Traveler. When the Pope hunted me down from here, we already knew of the law of life, or he already knew. I told him the same thing I just told you, but he would not listen. The pain of losing his life, or his wife, allowed the Traveler to take advantage of him. He tried to use the law of life, didn't he? Interestingly, these spot creatures never appeared when I used the law of life. Most likely the law of life was still incomplete when I invoked it in Lemorn. That's why the Traveler continued his experiment with the Pope. Most likely he had almost completed the law of life. I don't know what his true objective is. Then the law of life the Pope used still wasn't complete. What does the Traveler hope to gain from summoning the spots? Where is the Traveler now? The Traveler is King Arella. Oh, well, okay then. The king? He isn't in Jana, is he? No doubt his plans required him to leave the city. I attempted to force the king to grant me an audience 14 years ago. Ever since, he has lived on Mount Arel. Were you able to stand before him? No. I wouldn't think so. When I met him, he was a young boy. It has been a century since then, but I suspect he looks exactly the same. Since he was almost seen, he must have fled Jana from Mount Arel. Then the crown didn't really pass from the King Arella to Arella 7th to the King Arella 8th several years ago. King Arella never appears before the public. Even if they call him king, few have ever seen him and lived to tell of it. Excluding the Royal Knights, that is. The Royal Knights? Then the knight that gave us that patient. He may well have known the king's true form and objective. That knight died, didn't he? Yeah. I assumed as much. King Arella is powerful. No one can hope to defeat him. If he could be so easily killed, I would have done it myself. What are you talking about? Are you saying we should just give up and let him win? Boy, some things in this world can't be changed with mere hope. But you still intend to fight, don't you? Yeah, too many people have died already. I'll never give up. And the rest of you feel the same? I'm not giving up either. Obviously. We can't allow these sacrifices to continue. I can never run without even trying to fight. Then I will grant you what power I can. If any precepts can defeat the king, it would be these. The odds are still stacked against you, but at least you'll have a fighting chance. I had no idea such powerful precepts existed. Please teach me. Me too, please. Very well. Sacred Shine will obliterate your enemies with a brilliant light, and Tempest will unleash a furious storm of destruction and ruin. Their power is now yours to command. Oh, cool. Well, I'm giving her Sacred Shine. I grow weary. Please, let me rest. I have one last question. Why are you in Adelabeth? I heard a host of priests brought you here several years ago. I gave the Pope a single condition when I gave him my patience, and that was to hide me where the king would never find me. I bet he never paid a moment's mind where I was hiding. Is that all? Yeah, thanks. You know where we have to go next, guys? Yeah. How do we get to Mount Arel anyway? We need to head toward the north end of the mountain range between Northgate and the Eastgate. It's protected by the Royal Knights, so don't expect them to just let us walk in. But going there's the only way we can settle this once and for all. Let's head for Mount Arel. Wait, so where is it? Northgate and... I totally didn't catch that. I'm probably gonna have to look that up again so I can check for sure. If only it were so simple to atone for what I have done. My sins are far too great. Only now do I find myself wishing there were more I could do. I wish I could help that boy. So that one guy pretty much fucked Laymore. God damn it. let's see what's going on around town. God, I'm sorry. I keep like I'm having trouble talking, which sucks. I really need to buy a bunch of stuff. Pineapple gels would be nice. Can buy those. We get some lemon gels. You can even get some holy bottles. Oh my god, they're expensive. But not 9, 10. No, not there. And have enough light bottles. I think we're fine otherwise. Guessing this place has really good items, which are gonna be like way expensive and not worth it at all, but you know. Thanks for a password that I'm probably never gonna use, but whatever. But I think we did a lot in this session. I'm probably gonna end it off here. Because I don't wanna... My voice is pretty much losing it. I don't really know where to go, and I'm probably not gonna be able to afford anything in this shop right here. But let's see it. 8,000. I can afford one weapon. I'm buying a Gladius. What are you doing? Hey, it's Waldo! We found him! Don't know why there's another door to this place, but okay. I'm gonna go ahead and equip this. I'm probably gonna end it off here so I can grind and get some money and the usual to get the stuff in this town. And yeah. I just like I totally missed what they said with I actually would like to sell. I totally missed what they said about going to Mount Arel. Where? Durand. There's another 3,000. So where's the save point in this place? I think it's in the inn. Hey, buddy. So where does this ship take us? Just out of curiosity. Jana, Knowles, Yaska, and Loris. Okay. So I guess I could travel to Loris if I wanted to get back. But, well, I'll figure that out off screen. I'm gonna figure out where exactly is Mount Arel. Where am I going? I wanna go in here. But yeah, I think that is about it for this time. We learned a good amount of stuff. We learned that one guy in this city, he pretty much fucked every Lemurian possible. But, you know, for the greater good, I guess. And we learned that the king is the traveler who gave him that power, so he's pretty much the one at fault here. So, next time on Let's Play Tales of the Tempest, we'll be heading to Mount Arel to see if we can face off with the king himself. And see if we can stop his plans, so I'll see you guys then.